Hi everybody, Leo Babauta from Zen Habits here. Good to be here with you. In this video, we're going to talk about two things that are interrelated, which is making decisions and making decisions in an easier. How do we make decisions in an effortless way? And then trusting yourself. And I think that these are interwoven. So we're going to talk about that, how to get good at making decisions in an effortless way would be how I would frame this. So let's talk about how things tend to go for people. I've had people talk about, oh, I want to move forward with this project or this task or this thing that I've been wanting to do in my life. And yet, I found that it's really hard because I get caught up in indecision. There's like a decision to be made and I'm like, I don't know how to make this decision. So I start thinking about it. Maybe I make some pros and cons. I start to think about all of the consequences. Maybe there's a decision tree with a bunch of decisions to be made. And that's just with this one thing. I can actually talk about all these other things. My emails are full of decisions that I need to be making. And so we get caught up in the indecision because it's overwhelming. We don't know if we're going to make the right decision. We need to research every single decision and make pros and cons lists. And I have no problems with researching decisions. I have no problems with pro and cons lists. Getting mixed up with that word, but I have no problem with that. I think they're useful tools, but they're both tools of thinking. I need to make the right decision with a lot of thinking. And the problem with that is at some point, you have to stop thinking and just make the decision. Otherwise, there's just no end to the thinking that's involved. The research, the planning, the reading a whole bunch of blog posts or YouTube videos or books so that I can know what decision is the right decision, because very often there is actually no right decision. And so all of the thinking in the world is not going to get you over that. You have to just choose. It's like if I told you choose strawberry versus chocolate ice cream. Which one would you want? Some of you would know right away. It's like, of course, it's chocolate, right? Duh. But in that kind of a decision, there is actually no right decision. There's no this is the right one, that's the wrong one, and don't choose wrong. It's just what do I want? And a lot of times that's what decisions are, is just what would you like? What do you want to choose here? Which way feels good to you? And maybe I'll try this and it'll turn out wrong. Then I can try that, right? Experiment, try things out, take a risk. And the way we would choose for those kinds of decisions, where there isn't a right decision, is we could just choose from the heart or the gut, one of those things. So if you want to choose from the heart, there's no right answer. Just choose what you want. If I want to make a video about this topic, that's what I'm going to make a video about. If I want to go out and go for a walk instead of, doing a workout, maybe that's what I'm going to do. And that is actually something we can train ourselves to do, is just choose from the heart. And when we learn to do that, decision making becomes effortless. I would like chocolate right now. I would like to go play basketball. I would like to try this option out. And so it's just easy once you train yourself to do that. And if you can trust yourself. So let's talk about the training and then let's talk about the trust. The training is, we would call it choosing practice. I'm going to just choose from the heart or the gut. I want this. I want that. I want to do this. What task am I going to do next? This one. I choose you. It's as simple as that. My heart chooses to focus on making this video, writing my book chapter, playing basketball. That's what my heart chooses to do. So I just practice on a daily basis. What do I want to do next? What would I like today? What kind of thing would I like for lunch? Do I want to do a weight workout or go for a run or a bike ride or do some yoga or, do some body weight exercises? So I can just choose from the heart. And again, there's no right answer. So choosing from the heart, you just choose. And it's actually, after some practice, it becomes effortless. Now, the second piece of it is trusting yourself. So the reason why it's not effortless for a lot of people is because they don't trust themselves. So it's like, oh, I want to choose playing basketball over going for a run, but like, what if, that's the wrong decision? Like, do I have the right shoes? Am I gonna like lose fitness when for running for that thing that I'm training for later? So they don't trust themselves to just choose from the heart and deal with what's on the other side of that. And that's the important part about trust. It's not trusting that you're going to make the right decision. It's trusting that you can deal with the consequences of whatever you choose. So if I choose chocolate and I try it and like the chocolate isn't that good at this ice cream place, and I'm like, oh, I should have chosen strawberry. So that kind of regret is what we're afraid of, is like, oh, I should have chosen that other thing. But what if it was okay to choose chocolate and it's not that great? It's like, yeah, I did my best. I chose chocolate. It's not the worst. I actually kind of enjoy it. I also learned something, and maybe I can also go and buy myself the strawberry as well. Like, it's not the end of the world, right? And that's what we want to trust, is that we can deal with what's on the other side. Maybe we fall on our face and it's like, okay, I'm going to dust myself off, learn something from that, try something different the next time. Maybe it's like, well, I impacted somebody. Okay, can I take responsibility for that impact and apologize and clean up my mess? When we start to deal with the consequences of whatever we chose, we start to build more trust in ourselves. And that's what we're shooting for here. Make decisions by just choosing from the heart, and then trust yourself to deal with the consequences of that. Sometimes there's going to be no consequences. Great. Like, there is no problem with that decision. But sometimes the decision actually has a consequence that you're like, I'm really heartbroken that it ended up this way. Okay. Can you deal with your heartbreak? Can you love yourself when you feel sad about how things turned out? If you have regret, if you feel guilt, all of those things. None of those things are the end of the world. We just feel some things sometimes. We can mourn the loss of what we didn't choose, but then move on. Learn from it, take care of our feelings, clean up our messes, take responsibility, and then just keep going. And that's how we build trust, is by dealing with the consequences on the other side of a decision where we chose from the heart. If you can do this, you're like, oh, I can deal with pretty much any consequence. Okay, great. Now I can just choose from the heart, and it becomes effortless. So if you would like to practice this, we have actually a practice in my Fearless Living Academy. So fearlessliving.zenhabits.net is the link. You can check out Fearless Living Academy, but in there we have a thing called the practice. The practice is a monthly challenge where you practice taking action in your life. And one of the things that we have in the practice, we have different videos on different things. We have a video on choosing practice, and you can use the structure of the practice to practice choosing practice. And so for a month, you could just focus on choosing practice, and you can do it with an accountability group. We have an app called the Practice app. We have videos to support you. We have a forum and a community. I do webinars in Fearless Living Academy and a coaching thread so you can ask questions. So you can get support in getting better at choosing practice and trusting yourself. And through this monthly challenge, you will start to develop this trust in yourself, and again, decision making, and then a lot of things in life from that become effortless because you just trust yourself to deal with whatever is on the other side of the consequences of choosing from your heart, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. Okay, my friends, I am Leo Babauta from Zen Habits. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like. A comment would be great. Please subscribe. I would love that. I'm building up the community here in Zen Habits YouTube. And please do check out Fearless Living Academy, fearlessliving.zenhabits.net. I would love to have you in there. See you on the other side.